ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. ॐ Today is the auspicious Shivratri day, when Lord Shiva is worshipped, and we seek the blessings of the Lord for the attainment of all the purusharthas, all the human goals, including moksha. Normally, we do conduct a Shivratri puja with Rudrabhishekam, etc. But because of this extraordinary situation, we are not able to conduct the puja also. But however, I thought I will give a general talk on this auspicious day. To understand Hindu religion, Hindu spirituality, and Hindu culture in general, we should have the knowledge of the concept of God in Hinduism, which is based on the Vedic teaching. The Vedic view, the Vedic vision of God has to be kept in mind to understand our culture. And the nature of God is discussed in the Veda, and especially in the Upanishads very thoroughly. And later it has been expanded in the Puranas also. And to teach the nature of God, the scriptures use several examples. And one example the scriptures use is a very significant example worth noting. And that is this spider example. Even though it is one of the common creatures we regularly see, the Upanishads take this example to convey the profound idea about the nature of God. Spider is called Urnanabhi. In Mundaka Upanishads, it is said, Yathornanabhisrajate grinnate cha yatha prithivyan oshadhaya sambhavanti yatha satah purushat keshalomani tathaksharat sambhavatiha vishwam. In Brihadaranyaka also 2.120, Yathornanabhis tantuna uchare Evameva asmadatmana sarve prana sarve loka sarve devaha sarvani bhutani vyucharanti. And that example has been elaborated in the Bhagavatam also. Recently, some of us studied this example in the Uddhava Gita. In fact, that recent class alone gave me the inspiration to talk about that example during this Shivratri day. What is the uniqueness of this spider? So when you are cleaning the house, on the ceiling and especially on the corner of the ceiling, you can see the spider. And suppose you push the spider from the ceiling, it will immediately produce a thread out of its own body. That's why it is called Urna Nabhihi. Urna is the thread or the silk. The spider's silk is called Urna. Nabhihi means it contains within its stomach itself. So thus the raw material for the production of the thread, the body of the spider holds. And out of its own body, using a part of the body as the raw material, it produces the thread and comes down, doesn't fall down, it descends down. And often it hangs in the middle of the room until the cleaner goes out. And once he goes out, it will again go upwards. And as even the spider goes upwards, it swallows the very thread it created. So it produces and it withdraws the thread out of itself. And this example is used for discussing the nature of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is like a spider in certain respects. The first thing is, spider is a conscious being. Bhagavan is also a conscious entity. And the spider has got a body which contains the raw material for producing the thread and later withdrawing the thread. In the same way, Bhagavan also has got a body which contains the raw material to produce not a thread, but to produce the entire cosmos. The entire cosmos means matter, energy, time and space. The entire universe consists of matter, energy, time and space. We should remember time and space are integral part of this creation. And therefore, before this universe came, after the Big Bang, with the cosmologist talk, the time, space, matter, energy, all were in potential form in the body of Bhagavan. And what is the name of Bhagavan's body? The scriptures name it as Maya. Maya is the body of Bhagavan which contains the raw material to project time, space, matter, energy and all the varieties. And in the case of the spider, we can locate the spider, we can talk about the location of the spider before creating the thread. Because before creating the thread, spider was, and you can talk about the location of the spider as the ceiling. But when we want to know the location of Bhagavan before the creation, we will not be able to talk about, because before this creation, even time, space was resolved. Therefore, all questions which are based on time and space concepts can never be asked with regard to Bhagavan. All conventional questions cannot be answered like where is Bhagavan? And what is the size of the Bhagavan? What is the form of Bhagavan? Because the moment you talk about the form, it will become finite. Bhagavan will become finite, requiring a location, space, etc. We are talking about a transcendental Bhagavan who exists even before the arrival of time and space. Thus, Bhagavan being transcendental, we cannot ask the conventional questions regarding the form of Bhagavan, the location of Bhagavan, etc. And this Bhagavan produces the creation like the spider, and not one time. The spider can produce the thread again and again and withdraw. Similarly, Bhagavan creates the universe not one time. According to the scriptures, it is a repeated cyclic process. Maya was there, a part of Maya gets transformed into time, space, matter and energy, and it remains for some time means billions of years, and again it folds back into the Maya. And again it comes out. Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidhananyeva tatra ka paridevana. So Maya Prapanchaha. Maya Prapanchaha. This goes on and on and on. We can never talk about the first creation. We cannot talk about the last creation. It's a very, very important aspect of Hinduism. Many people are not able to intellectually conceive of this, because they always talk about a beginning. When did the first creation come? And what is the basis for the first creation? Why did Bhagavan create the universe first? Thereafter karma and again phalam. Why the first creation? And all troubles. So this first creation or the beginning of creation is our intellectual orientation. We should remember the important law of modern science which is accepted by the Shastra, and that is the law of conservation of matter and energy. Matter and energy can never be created or destroyed even by Bhagavan. They can only transformed from one condition to another. And Bhagavan only does the transformation of matter and energy into Maya, and then again Maya into matter and energy. So matter is eternal, energy is eternal, Maya is eternal. Maya alone obtains in the form of matter and energy. Matter and energy obtains in the form of Maya before creation. So Maya, matter, energy, Maya, time, space. This cycle goes on, and that is Bhagavan's body. Bhagavan is a conscious being with this Maya as his body. All the corollaries of the spider example. Then comes the next profound and significant corollary. So we said that the thread is produced out of the body of the spider, and therefore thread is only the extension of the spider's body, and it is a part of spider's body. If the thread is nothing but a part of spider's body, extending the same principle, we should understand this entire universe consisting of matter, energy, time and space, all of them are an extension of Maya alone, because a part of Maya alone has become this universe. Therefore, universe is a part of Maya. And Maya is the body of Bhagavan. And Bhagavan is sacred. And Bhagavan's sacredness should be extended to the body of Bhagavan. Maya is sacred. And if Maya is sacred, the entire universe, which is a part of Maya, the manifest part of Maya, the visible part of Maya, the multiplied version of Maya, this universe also is sacred. It is also Bhagavan's body. It is also Bhagavan. This is the profound corollary that our scriptures derive, and the scriptures ask us to understand this fact. The universe is sacred. And therefore we should change our attitude towards the universe. We generally think Bhagavan is sacred and the world is secular. Bhagavan is sacred, world is secular. The secular sacred division is born out of ignorance of the spider example. And therefore the scriptures instruct every Hindu that if you are a Hindu, you have to first study the scriptures, understand the spider example, and you should come out of the secular sacred division, which is the corner teaching of Hinduism. There is nothing secular in Hinduism. Everything in the creation is part of God. Before creation, Bhagavan was formless. After creation, Bhagavan is multiformed. Formless Bhagavan is also limitless. Multiformed Bhagavan is also limitless. Because time and space themselves are a part of Bhagavan. Time and space are not outside Bhagavan to limit Bhagavan. Time and space are not outside Bhagavan to limit Bhagavan. They also are included in the body of Bhagavan. Before creation, time and space were potentially there in the Maya body of Bhagavan. After creation, time and space are actively there in the body of Bhagavan. So when time and space themselves are included in Bhagavan, how can they limit Bhagavan? Thus there is Arupa Ishvaraha before Srishti and Aneka Rupa Ishvaraha after Srishti. Arupa Ishvaraha before Srishti. Arupa Ishvaraha means formless God. Aneka Rupa Ishvaraha, otherwise called Vishwarupa Ishvaraha. Vishwa means all formed Ishvara. Vishwaha means Sarvaha. Sarvarupa Ishvaraha. The table form belongs to Bhagavan. Chair form belongs to Bhagavan. The mic form belongs to Bhagavan. All forms belong to Bhagavan. And therefore, based on this profound knowledge, we have to understand Bhagavan alone is, and everything is included in this Bhagavan. Matter, energy, time, space, everything is included in Bhagavan because they form the body of Bhagavan, who is the cosmic conscious being. And that is described very often, so many places. I very often quote the Vishnu Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka, Bhuf Padau Yasya Nabhir Vyadasura Chandra Suryaucha Netre. Sun and moon are the eyes of the Lord, as it were, because they help us see the world. Karnau Asha Shiro Dyaur Mukhamapi Dahanaha Yasya Vasteyam Abdi Antastham Yasya Vishwam Sura Nara Khagago Bhogi Gandharva Daityai. If the entire universe is the multiformed body of Bhagavan, all the living beings, including us the human beings, they are all the microorganisms who have colonized the different parts of Bhagavan. We are all microorganisms. Some of us are good microorganisms contributing to the health of Bhagavan's body. Some of us are evil microorganisms contributing to the ill health of the universe, producing corona. Thus, we alone are responsible to determine the future of Bhagavan's body. Bhagavan does not determine the type of creation. People ask, why did Bhagavan create such a universe? So we alone through our karma determine the future. The next creation also is dependent on our karma only. And again people will ask the question, how did the first karma come? So the first idea should be abolished. Karma srishti, karma srishti, karma srishti. Bhagavan's body expands, contracts, like the heart lub dub, goes on and on. And thus, divinization of the world is the religious evolution that our scriptures talk about. It is the religious transformation, change the attitude towards the universe. In Dakshinamurti Stotram, Shankaracharya presents it. We should remember it today when we are worshipping Shiva in a small Shiva Lingam, which is a symbol of Shiva. Shiva Lingam is not Shiva, it is a symbol of Shiva. And who is Lord Shiva? Bhurambham Syanalo Nilombaram Aharnatho Himamshuh Puman Ityabhati Characharatmakamidam Yasyaiva Murtyashtakam Nanyat Kinchana Vidyate Vibrishatam Yasmat Parasmat Vibho Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye Bhuhu Ambhamsi Analo Anilaha Ambaram. The Pancha Bhutani, they are all different facets or limbs of Bhagavan. Ashtamurti, 8-limbed Bhagavan or 8-faceted Bhagavan. The first 5 facets enumerated are the Pancha Bhutani, including space. Akasha Shariram Brahma. Space is Bhagavan's body. And not only the inert space, Bhagavan's body consists of both the sentient and the insentient entities. Just as our own body has got the sentient part like skin, we have got the insentient part in the form of hair and nail. That's why we are able to cut the nail without screaming. We are able to cut our hair without screaming. So just as our body has got a sentient and insentient part, Bhagavan also has got a universal body which consists of the 5 elements. Aharnathaha Himamshuhu. Aharnathaha means the Lord of the day, that is Surya Bhagavan. The sun makes the day, Divakaraha. Sun represents all the stars and all galaxies. Galaxies form part of Bhagavan's body. And moon represents all planets and satellites. So Aharnathaha means the sun, stars, galaxies, nebulae, and then Himamshuhu, the cool rayed moon. Hima Amshu means cool rays. So that stands for planets. They are also Bhagavan. And they are all the inert part of Bhagavan. Then comes Puman. Puman means all the living beings which are all sentient. The sentiency the consciousness also is included in Bhagavan. And when I say Puman, Puman means Purushaha, Purushaha means living beings. All of them also are Bhagavan. Therefore, may you understand Bhagavan as everything. Itya bhati chara acharatmakamidam. So Bhagavan's body consists of the sentient and the insentient universe. During Srishti, during Pralayam, the whole thing is folded into one Maya, which forms the body of Bhagavan. In the Maya, time, space, matter, energy, variety, they are all folded, resolved. And therefore, based on this profound knowledge, may you change your attitude towards Bhagavan. May you change your attitude towards the universe. Bhagavan is not far away, and universe is not away from Bhagavan. The very universe includes Bhagavan. Characharatmakamidam yasyaiva murti ashtakam. This is called Ashtamurti Ishvaraha, is the corollary of spider example. What a profound example. Ashtamurti Ishvaraha. And in those days, this Ashtamurti Ishvara was so popular that even in classical literature, when they write drama poetry, in that also they used to incorporate this Ashtamurti Ishvara is invoked by Kalidasa in one of his natakam, I think Abhijnana Shakuntalam. It begins with Yasrishtis Srashturadhya Vahati Vidhihutam Yahavir Yachahotri Yedve Kalam Vidhatta Shruti Vishayaguna Yasthita Vyapya Vishwam Yamahu Sarvabija Prakriti Liti Yaya Pranina Pranavantaha Pratyakshabhi Prapannas Tanubhi Ravatuvastabhi Ashtabhi Ishvaraha Saha Ishvaraha Pratyakshabhi Ashtabhi Tanubhi, who has got the eightfold visible version. We think Bhagavan is far away in some Vaikunta, Kailasa, or in some heaven. Kalidasa says, Pratyakshabhi Tanubhi. Open your sense organ, sensorily available, eight-faced Bhagavan, may you learn to appreciate. And every glory that you find in the creation, may you learn to appreciate. May you understand there is nothing other than Bhagavan. Na anyat kinchana vidyate. So people ask, where is Bhagavan? And the Hindu's answer is, where is not Bhagavan? If you ask, is there a Bhagavan? A Hindu's answer is there anything other than Bhagavan? He doesn't require a proof, because whatever I experience, Pratyakshabhihi Ashtabhihi Tanubhihi, Kalidasa. The visible eightfold body, Ishvaraha, Vaha Avadu. Vaha means Yushman. This is the invocatory verse of one of his works. So, even though you study a secular literature, there will be sacred Bhagavan indicating there is nothing secular. And the transformation of our attitude towards the universe is called Bhakti. bhakti, that to primary bhakti is our revised attitude towards the primary God being, the formless God before creation, and the multi-formed God or all-formed God now is primary God for Hindu. Formless hyphen multi-formed God is the God of a Hindu. And toward this primary God, my attitude, my reverential attitude is called primary bhakti. The primary bhakti is based on the knowledge of Ishvara derived from scriptural study. I have to study the scriptures. I have to understand God. I should understand what the world is. And I should understand world is part of Maya, which was before creation. And I should understand Maya is Bhagavan's body. Therefore the universe is Bhagavan's body. Based on this primary knowledge regarding primary Bhagavan, my changed attitude is called primary bhakti. I call it Jnana Bhakti. And to develop this Jnana Bhakti, the scriptures prescribe so many varieties of meditation, divinization of everything. So all the upasanas, Vedic upasanas, are on the creation. Akasha Dhyanam, Vayu Dhyanam, Agni Dhyanam, Thunder Dhyanam, Triptiriti Vrishtau, Balamiti Vidyuti, Yashayiti Pashushu, Jyotiriti Nakshatreshu. So Nakshatra Dhyanam, lightning meditation. Everything in the creation has got a glory. I appreciate the glories obtaining in the universe and I see them as the glory of Bhagavan. It is called Vibhuti Darshanam. So Prapancha Vibhuti Darshanam is Bhagavad Vibhuti Darshanam. And not only I confine to universe, I look at my own body and every limb of the body has its glory. If you think of the glory of this one hand, how many things they are able to do. Meditate on that. Kshemayiti vachi, yoga kshemayiti prana panayoho, karmeti hastayoho, gatiriti padayoho, vimuktiriti payau. Every limb, even the limb of removing that which removes, evacuate the waste, which we consider as a dirty job, and a dirty limb we think, meditation on that. There is nothing dirty, there is nothing inferior. Everything is sacred. If you don't remove the waste for some time, a few days, you know what will happen to the body. Nothing is downgraded. Everything has got its own position. This requires lot of upasana. And through this upasana, which is based on jnanam based meditation, meditation based transformation of our bhavana. Bhavana parivartanam is jnana bhakti, upasana based bhakti. But unfortunately, nowadays, this jnana bhakti is not talked about much. They are promoting another form of bhakti called prema bhakti. Everywhere we hear this prema bhakti. Maybe it is valid for a short while, but that is overemphasized and that is overshadowing jnana bhakti, which is based on Vedic study. This prema bhakti is a secondary bhakti which should never be allowed to overshadow jnana bhakti. We should know that this prema bhakti is only secondary bhakti because whoever talks about prema bhakti, they convert Bhagavan into a finite form, a finite being, a personified God is given over importance. God means a person, and who is somewhere, and you can call him, and he or she, that God can come, and his physical features are described. The eyes and ears, Keshadi Padanta Varnana Stotram, Padadi Keshanta Varnana Stotram, they are talked about. A finite form for puja is okay. A finite symbol can represent infinite Bhagavan. But when we make Bhagavan himself a finite being with a beautiful body, beautiful feelings, and I talk to that Bhagavan, Bhagavan came and Bhagavan smiled, I had conversation, and I scold Bhagavan, I just smile at Bhagavan. Thus all over this Kathakaras are creating an impression in the Bhaktas that Bhagavan is a person, forgetting the fact that the limitless infinite Bhagavan is reduced to a degraded finite Bhagavan subject to arrival and departure, forgetting that a finite Bhagavan will be a mortal Bhagavan and will be a samsari Bhagavan also. In what way he is different from me? And not only that, for the sake of puja, several forms are given as a symbol, and they have made into several Bhagavans. And then there is a quarrel also. Vishnu is great or Shiva is great, and each one getting attached to a particular form and criticizing other one. That our Vishnu has got Guru. It's a very, I don't know whether it is joke or a serious argument. Our Vishnu has got Garuda Vahanam, therefore he can come faster. Your Shiva has got only Vrishabha Vahanam, which has to walk and come. Therefore don't worship Shiva, worship Vishnu. All these are seriously discussed with the devotees, and each one campaigning like election that you should come to my God, and religious quarrels. Christians are busy converting people into Christianity. Muslims are busy converting Hindus into Islam. Vaishnavas are busy converting Shaivites into Vaishnavism. All this because in the name of Prema Bhakti, we have made Bhagavan also as one of the things in the creation. And we talk about multi-Bhagavan and argue which Bhagavan is superior. No doubt, a finite symbol is given. It has to be used as a symbol. And all the stories that we find in Puranas, they are all meant for generating love towards Bhagavan. And it is said that by worshipping Bhagavan, all your problems will be solved and you will fulfill all your desires. They are all said for creating interest in Bhagavan. But we should remember, Bhagavan as a finite being should be temporarily used for worship. And my prayer should be not Artha Bhakti and Artharthi Bhakti, not for solving these problems and that problem. For that we don't pray to Bhagavan. For problem solving, we use the resources that Bhagavan has given. Bhagavan has given resources to us for solving the problem. We should not involve Bhagavan to solve our problem. Our bhakti should be Jignasu Bhakti. I worship the Lord with a finite form and I ask the Lord, O Lord, give me the knowledge of you. Let me get a guru. Let me study the scriptures, and by the scriptural study I come to know of a Bhagavan who is all-pervading and everything. So Jignasu Bhakti will give Jnana Bhakti. This Jnana. Prema Bhakti, in which Bhagavan is personified, may be useful, but confining to the so-called Prema Bhakti and never coming to the study of scriptures, never understanding this primary Bhagavan is an obstacle. Prema Bhakti should not become an obstacle to Jnana Bhakti. Unfortunately, all the Pauranikas, all the Upanyasakas, all the Kathakaras, they are all promoting Prema Bhakti to such an extent that Jnana Bhakti is disappearing from Hinduism. And that is why our children are slowly losing interest, because Bhagavan as a person is not scientifically proved. You will have to introduce mysticism, miracles, etc. And a rational mind cannot accept a personified Bhagavan located in some loka. And therefore that religion which is based on that personal finite God, in Shastra it is called Tatastha Ishvara. A God other than me and the world is called Tatastha Ishvara, who is a person located somewhere, and you can call him and he will come down on a rescue mission. Based on this Gajendra Moksham story and all, they get the idea that Bhagavan is somewhere, you can call, he will come and do miracles for you. So that Tatastha Ishvara cannot last long, because modern science and the rationalist will attack that religion and that Bhagavan. And as science and rationalism dominate, our children will lose their interest in religion. If Hinduism has to survive, in spite of development in modern science, we should study the scriptures and understand our concept of Bhagavan. Is there a Bhagavan? Our thinking is there is nothing other than Bhagavan. The totality is Bhagavan. And the more I understand and my awareness of totality is there, bhakti means awareness of the totality, awareness of the harmony of the totality. And when I am a bhakta and I am aware of the total harmony, my life will be in harmony with total. That is called dharma. So jnanam will lead to bhakti, Bhakti will lead to dharma because adharma is disturbing the harmony of the total. So bhakti, jnanam, bhakti, dharma, they are all interconnected. A Hindu cannot pollute an environment, pollute the environment if he remembers water is Bhagavan, air is Bhagavan. The life itself becomes evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayati hayaha aghayurindriya ramaha mogham partha sajivati. A Vaidika, he is aware of the surrounding, aware of the total. He uses the universe to serve, never to exploit or pollute. So they will be law-abiding citizens, not only the constitutional law, but the universal law they will abide by. Anyway, it is a very big topic. Today being Shivratri, before chanting Rudra, they will chant a few dhyana shlokas. I will quickly go through the dhyana shloka and I will point out how Lord Shiva is presented in three versions. First, Shiva as a symbol given for worship, which is a finite symbol for the sake of puja, abhishekam, etc. And thereafter, we should know Shiva is not the Shiva Linga, but Shiva is Vishwarupa Ishvara. And finally, Shiva includes the consciousness principle also. Very beautiful. I will quickly go through it. Shuddha Spatika Sankasham Trinetram Panchavaktrakam Gangadharam Dashabhujam Sarva Bharana Bhushitam. Shuddha Spatika Sankasham. Bhagavan is pure and beautiful and bright like this Spatikam. Bhagavan is not Spatikam. Bhagavan symbolizes, the Spatikam symbolizes the Bhagavan. Shuddha Spatika Sankasham Trinetram. Trinetram means three eyes. Two eyes the normal, the third eye stands for the Jnana Chakshuhu, the attitude based on the Jnanam. Panchavaktrakam, the five-headed. Five can represent the Pancha Bhuta Panchavaktrakam. Gangadharam, carrying Ganga, which is the flow of knowledge, perennial flow of this knowledge. Dashabhujam, 10 hands, because 5 heads are there. 10 hands, you should not ask, such a God is there sitting somewhere. This is symbolism. We should not probe into its validity. You want to believe it, it is there, such a Shiva is there in Kailasa, you can believe it. Or you need not believe it also, because this is a symbol. Therefore, all the stories of the Puranas, we should never probe into to find whether they are fact or fiction. Because they are all meant to serve as symbol. They may be or may not be true. Similarly, 5-headed, 10-handed, Dashabhujam, Sarva, Bharana Bhushitam, all the ornaments are there. Neela Grivam, blue-necked, the blue sky. Shashankankam, the moon is the ornament on the head. Naga Yajnopavitinam, Naga, serpent is the Yajnopavitam. So all the reptiles are part of Bhagavan's body. Vyaghra Charmotariyancha. So the tiger skin is the Uttariyam, the upper cloth. Varenyam Abhayapradam, the one who gives Abhayam, fearlessness. Once I understand everything is Bhagavan, where is the question of any fear? Varenyam Abhayapradam, one who gives one who is Varenyam. Varenyam means the one who is worth seeking. Kamandalvaksha Sutrabhyam Anvitam Shulapaninam. Kamandalu and Aksha Sutra. Aksha Sutra is that Spatika Mala, and Kamandalu representing all the spiritual sadhana, just part of Bhagavan's teaching. Shulapaninam, having Shula to destroy all the organisms which are the cause of adharma. Jwalantam Pingalajata Shikha Madhyodadharinam, who has got this golden yellow or tawny matted hair which carries the Ganga. We have got Bhagirath's story. I am not going to the details. Amritena Plutam Krishtam Uma Dehardhadharinam, who has got Uma representing Maya. Consciousness is one part and Maya is another part of Bhagavan. Chetana, Achetana Rupam. Amritena Plutam Krishtam Uma Dehardhadharinam. Amritena Aplutam. Amritam stands for this knowledge which gives immortality. One who has got the spiritual knowledge which alone comes out from Shiva as Dakshinamurti, and which we are able to study even now. So Divya Simhasanasinam Divya Bhoga Samanvitam, all for the sake of puja. So Divya Simhasanam, you are providing the asana, and Divya Bhoga, all types of Naivedyam, etc. Digdevata Samayuktam Sura Sura Namaskritam, all the living beings, devas, asuras, all of them worship that Lord Shiva. Up to this is the symbolic Shiva, a finite Shiva as a person. And then the scripture wants, don't get stuck with this so-called Prema Bhakti. Nityan Chashashwatam Shuddham Dhruvam Aksharam Avyayam Sarvavyapinam Ishanam Rudram Vai Vishwarupinam. Remember, Shiva is not a person residing somewhere. Shiva is Vishwarupaha, Ashtamurti Ishwaraha. During the puja, you see the Shiva in Shivalingam. But once you come out, you should see everything as Lord Shiva. If you are a Vishnu Bhakta, see everything as Vishwa, multiformed Ishvara, which is the Achetana Tattva. And then Nityam Chashashwatam Shuddham Dhruvam Aksharam Avyayam. Not only the inert universe, but Shiva is the conscious Bhagavan. The body is inert, the world is inert, but Bhagavan includes the consciousness principle also. And according to the scriptures, consciousness is the changeless principle. Maya transforms into universe. Universe transforms again back into Maya. Matter, energy, time, space, they all undergo transformation. But in and through all of them, there is the consciousness principle which I have not elaborated. That is the matter for the next study of spirituality. The scriptures talk about consciousness, which is not a part, product or property of Maya, not a part, product or property of matter or energy. According to scriptures, consciousness is an independent spiritual principle which is eternal and all-pervading, which manifests in matter when the matter has got a conducive configuration. When the body is in a conducive condition, consciousness manifests in the body as life principle. When the body is dead, consciousness is not able to manifest in matter, but consciousness is eternal and all-pervading, which is also an aspect of Ishvara. Thus, Ishvara is Chetana, Acetanatmaka, Sarvatmaka Ishvara. So this Ishvara, who is everything, is called Sarvatmaka Ishvara. Namah Shivayeti Shiva. I will just chant this shloka and conclude. Beautiful shloka. Namah Shivayeti Shivam Prapadye, Shiva Prasideti Shivam Prapadye, Shivat Paramneti Shivam Prapadye, Shivoham Asmiti Shivam Prapadye. First I surrender to Shiva, saying Namah Shivaya. Namaha means I surrender. Then I surrender Shiva Prasideti Shivam Prapadye. O Lord, be gracious to me and help me gain the scriptural knowledge. Then Bhagavan praises, and I have studied the scriptures and I have understood Shivat Paramneti Shivam Prapadye. I have now understood there is nothing other than Shiva. And if there is nothing other than Shiva, what about I? Shivaha aham asmiti Shivam Prapadye. I am also included in that Shiva. I, what type of I? Chetana, Acetanatmaka aham. So therefore the changing body belongs to the Maya part of Shiva. And the changeless consciousness in me belongs to the Chaitanyam part of Shiva. Thus, I am also Shiva. Chidananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. Thus, there is neither finite God nor finite Jiva. There is only one infinite God. So this is the ultimate of Bhagavan. This is the ultimate of Jnanam. This is the ultimate of Bhakti. Jnana Bhakti we have to promote more and more. The secondary Prema Bhakti we should never get lost, because it reduces Bhagavan into Ayaram Gayaram Bhagavan. It's all very nice. Prema Bhakti is emotional Bhakti. Jnana Bhakti is intellectual Bhakti. Emotional Bhakti should be transformed into intellectual Bhakti. Just one point. Many students come and tell, Swamiji, all the Upanyasakas say that unless you cry, you are not true Bhakta. Therefore, Bhakti and Bhakta are associated with emotions and crying. But we are talking about Bhakti, which is a superior Bhakti, which is a deep appreciation of the universe as Bhagavan. This is superior Bhakti. This is Jnana Bhakti. This is what we have to come to. With these few words, I conclude my Shivratri, and let us worship Lord Shiva. And generally they worship throughout the night also, even now in many places that continues. And worship during Ratri, Ratri representing ignorance. And we worship Lord Shiva to remove the ignorance and give us the knowledge. What knowledge? Bhagavan is not a finite person. Bhagavan is everything, including me. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.